Here are stories of those who held onto their trust in God when the world told them to let go. Noah, who built an ark on dry land, trusting a promise of rain he'd never seen. Ruth, who chose a path of uncertainty, believing in a God she was just getting to know. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who faced a fiery furnace, trusting their God completely, even if he did not save them. Their faith was not in a guaranteed outcome, but in the unwavering character of God. If these stories inspire you, please show your support with likes and gifts. For decades, the only sound in Noah's ears was the rhythmic thwack of an adze against gopher wood. He lived in a dust-choked land where the concept of a flood was a foreign language. His neighbors didn't just mock him, they thought he'd lost his mind. Every morning, Noah looked at a cloudless sky and then looked back at his blueprints. His faith wasn't a sudden burst of emotion, it was the calloused skin on his hands. He kept building because he believed the voice that promised a new beginning more than the voices that promised he was a fool. When the first drop of rain finally hit the dry earth, it wasn't a surprise, it was a confirmation. Ruth stood at a crossroads with nothing but a grieving mother-in-law and an empty stomach. Her husband was dead, her homeland was behind her, and her future in Israel promised nothing but the life of a despised outsider. Orpah took the logical path and stayed home, but Ruth chose a path paved with maybe. She didn't have a burning bush or a choir of angels. She just had a conviction that the God of Naomi was worth the risk of starvation. Where you go, I will go wasn't just a wedding vow, it was a desperate, faithful leap into the dark. In the end, her quiet persistence didn't just put bread on the table, it put her name in the lineage of kings. The furnace was heated 7 times hotter than usual, a wall of shimmering heat that killed the guards who approached it. The ultimatum was simple: bow to the gold statue or burn. The 3 friends didn't give a safe answer. They told the king, "Our God is able to deliver us, but even if he does not, we will not serve your gods." That "even if" is the highest form of faith. They didn't trust in a guaranteed escape, they trusted in the character behind the command. When they stepped into the fire, they found that the only things the flames burned away were the ropes that bound them. 12 years of physical pain, 12 years of being unclean and socially isolated, 12 years of spending every cent on doctors who only made her worse. By all accounts, she should have been cynical and bitter. Instead, she fought through a crushing crowd. She didn't want a conversation or a public miracle, she just wanted a thread. Her faith told her that God's power was so immense that even the very edge of his garment was enough to rewrite her DNA. When her fingers brushed the wool, the years of bleeding stopped instantly. She had reached for a hem and found a savior.